Hey guys, JTails here, and I know you guys might have been hearing about something called the Artemis Arrow and Soldier of Peace, and yeah, apparently it's a really strong garb that you get by completing a quest in the Wildlands, and I actually don't have it yet, so I'm going to take it upon myself to get it right now, but while I'm getting it, I'm actually going to make a guide for it, so you guys can follow along in your game, and let's get started. So right now, the first thing you have to do is go over here on the map, right here. So I'm in the Wildlands, and this is right before you enter the area going into the Jagged Woods or the Jagd Village. So it's right here at the neck of the woods, kind of I'd say southwest from Canopus Farm. So once you get to this point, you should see a guy in a Chocobo, and it's a 1-star quest. So you talk to him.
Hey, excuse me. You look like you can handle a weapon.
Oh, look at that behemoth
you
in the corner.
want to do me a favor?
Well, that would depend.
So basically, he tells you that he wants proof that, and this quest is called The Right Stuff. He wants proof that he's a strong warrior and that he killed monsters, but he doesn't want to do it himself. He wants you to do it for him. And to do this, you have to hunt down 6 mini flan, the blue ones, which I already have 42 of their Vibrant Oozes. So if you haven't done this already, go ahead and hunt some mini flan out in the Wildlands. But if you have, then just complete the quest.
You're in luck.
So what I would recommend is pausing the video now if you haven't. And if you have already completed this quest, oh gosh, that behemoth is gonna ruin things. If you've already completed the quest, then you don't have to worry about this, obviously. So you just talk to him and you give him the Vibrant Oozes so he can report to his captain, and he gives you a mystical meal to heal your Chocobo with. And you complete an easy quest, you know, easy 1-star, extra stats, more Aradia, that never hurts. Now what you want to do is you want to go straight to Jagged Village, or Jagd Village, however you pronounce it. So we're going to do just that right now. And what you want to do when you get there is you want to talk to the captain, because he's the one who's going to give you the next quest, and when you complete that quest he gives you the Soldier of Peace Garb. And once we get that garb, we'll figure out how to use Artemis Arrow, but apparently it's a really strong move, and if you don't have any DLC in your file, it's going to save you a lot of heartache, especially against Caius and the last boss of the game, because those are easily the strongest bosses. But we're gonna go get it right now, so no worries. And we get to listen to the nice jazzy Chocobo music. Yeah, these guys can't touch us. And we're almost there. And usually I make it my business to complain about how long the Wildlands are and how much you have to travel, but we're already here. So you want to find this Hunter Chief, which has 2 stars next to him, and you want to talk to him.
Ah yes, well done.
And he knows that you helped his hopeful pass, and now he gives you the quest, the Hunter's Challenge. Lightning meets the chief of the Jagged Hunters in their settlement of the woods, who asks if he can slay certain monsters. By performing the deed, he hopes Lightning will become a role model for the young hunters of the village. The first challenge is a warm-up of sorts. Lightning must battle Wild Valis and Han Newmans, collect 3 clumps of monster mince, and report back to the chief. And this one's pretty easy too. Usually, you can complete this quest with
Sure.
by fighting the enemies that have slugs with them, and the green plants, which I already have all the monster mints that I need. So I'm gonna hand them over.
Impressive. Perhaps for you the challenge was insufficient. The next challenge. Your prey shall...
And now he tells you he wants you to fight a Protoflorian, which we can find in the Rocky Crag. So we're gonna go and do just that.
Protoflorian. It must be one of the ancient weapons that ran amok long ago.
Yeah, that
Somehow
if you guys
it's
hear
survived
noise in the
until now.
background, that's just my, I guess, heater or the ventilation system making all sorts of noises.
It was one of the
So you
toughest
can
battles Hope and I
ignore that.
fought.
So we're going to Rocky Crag in hopes of finding a Protoflorian, which, if you've played Final Fantasy 13, is not an easy enemy. It's a giant thing. It looks kind of like a Bulbasaur actually, but it's huge. It's giant and it has like a big bulb on its back, and it's annoying to deal with. So, but I've actually never fought one. I've always avoided it in this game. But I guess I'm gonna have to fight one now. But not in chaos. I refuse. So we're just looking around pretty much until one feels like spawning. I know when you go towards Polte, one of them starts to spawn. So let's go that way and see. Alright, that's not it. Maybe it'll spawn here. No. Okay, let's go back down. We gotta find Protoflorian. I remember last time I was here, that's all that was spawning, so I can't believe now I'm having trouble actually finding one. All these monkeys keep coming out. Oh gosh. Alright, well, for the purpose of time, I'm just gonna hit escape so we can get out of here and find Protoflorian, and then head back to the village chief. Usually they spawn around the entrance of the Rocky Crag. Maybe I'm just getting unlucky now, but I'm not sure why. Alright, that's not Protoflorian. I'm just gonna search all around. They can also be found in the Temple of the Goddess, where you fight Caius. I remember seeing a couple of Protoflorian. Oh, here we are. Alright, so let me go back to the map. Alright, so we want to come over here to this entrance of the Rocky Crag. This is where Protoflorian seems to spawn, or like to spawn, instead of anywhere else. So just right here on your map, and you want to attack this thing and get a preemptive strike, even though this thing is hella strong anyway. Whoa, okay. Well, it's not too bad because I'm on easy mode right now for the purpose of demonstration. But in my file, I will definitely... Let me just unleash physical attacks. The effect is greater when the enemy is launching an attack. He absorbs ice. Alright, so you want to go all fire on this guy. Unleash magical attacks against the enemy's vulnerabilities. Yeah, so you want to pretty much go all fire if you can.
Alright, time for this.
And he's almost staggered. Whoa, okay. So like I said, in my first playthrough I pretty much avoided this guy, but now I have to face him. Spin jump, whoa. But yeah, fire seems to do really well against him and make quick work of him. AMP chip, that's what we were looking for. So now we can head back to the village and talk to the war chief, and he should be giving us a reward. So we're just going to go down and go back around the same way we came. And like I said, this I'm pretty sure you get the minced meat or whatever it is, the mince something, for the previous quest from the green plant-like enemies. And Vibrant Ooze you get from the slugs, the blue flans that are in every Final Fantasy game. So just to double check the map, if we're going the right way. Yeah, just gonna make a right. Yeah. And you head all the way back, and then you're done. You talk to the war chief, and he gives you the Soldier of Peace. And with that, you can kick some serious ass, or so I hear. It's like a really strong garb on most bosses, and most people use it even at the end of the game. So, hand over the AMP chip.
You have defeated it. Can that monster be truly dead? Such a day I never expected to see. I stand before you awed and humbled. Please, forgive me my amazement. Of course, I did not doubt you. That is why I asked you, after all. You have lifted a shadow that darkened the Wildlands for many years.
Right. Sounds like I did you a favor. That talk about being a role model for your young hunters was just a ploy to get me to tidy up a problem.
I will not deny it. By destroying the menace, you killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I had intended to assist you in the quest. However, by the time I was ready, you had already done the deed. Either way, your famous feat has served my original purpose. The young hunters cannot stop talking about you. Indeed, I too have been inspired to take my bow into the hinterlands in search of fresh game.
Yeah, well, don't do anything stupid. Who would look after the other hunters if you got killed?
Thanks to you, they've seen what a brave and skilled fighter can achieve. They don't need me to coddle them. Perhaps none of us can grow, but as long as...
So yeah, I never completed this quest actually in my old file. So Soldier of Peace, Golden Insignia, and we get some nice stats for this. It was a 2-star. Now let's give the schemata a try because I hear it's really good, and I've never used it before. So it has 0 ATB to start with. What's the auto ability? Artemis Arrows. Transforms any equipped heavy slash into the powerful ability Artemis's Arrows. Alright, so since this garb has no, it doesn't start off with any sort of ATB. So first of all, I always put my guards on square, just for the heck of it. I'm going to put a heavy slash on here on circle. And then this, I'll put whatever. Okay. So basically it turns heavy slash into Artemis Arrow, but it starts with no ATB, so we have to wait a while for it to charge up. So let's go use it and see how good this thing really is. First encounter I see, I'll get into it. Oh, now enemies don't want to spawn. When before this, they're spawning every 5 seconds. But now that I want to test out Artemis... See, they're scared. They're scared of Artemis Arrow. That's the problem. Here we go, one of these guys. Alright, that's fine.
Let's do this, Odin.
Alright, and these guys are always a pain, to say the least. So, let's see. This schemata is really slow. Look at that. It's barely even moving. But we have Artemis Arrow. Whoa, 11,000? That's really good. Okay, so it's definitely worth it. You can see how much damage that did. Even though my ATB isn't moving an inch. So although this ATB gauge is really, this garb is really powerful, it's really slow too, so... Put that, 3,000, alright. Alright, that pretty much demonstrated it. It also looks kind of cool. So, alright guys, I hope this helped you out, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a nice comment, and maybe a subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If there's anything you want me to cover, I'll definitely do that for you. So, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.